What are cravings? Emotions, hunger, stress, bored. Let's be honest, you're still bored eating the food. You feel pretty sad or annoyed at yourself for eating it. But then why do you go back for more? Why aren't your cravings gone?
Why?
For me, cravings has always been filling an emotional need with food. It's like creating a false sense of happiness. Your stomach slides aside all that depression and the sadness and the frustration, puts food there, and you feel full and you feel satisfied. 30 minutes later, all of that sadness and depression slides right back into place again because the food isn't there anymore. That feeling of fulfillment is gone again, and you go back to the fridge to slide it over again and forget about it for a moment, and actually progressively get worse because you're not actually tackling the real reasons behind your cravings. Let's get into it. 5 things that I've been doing to manage my cravings. You need to eat. I said it before, but starving yourself is not the answer to weight loss. If anything, you're going to put on more weight from fluid retention and just end up breaking your diet because you're so hungry, and when you go to eat food, you eat twice the amount.
Stop it. Get some help.
For me, when I'm hungry, I have started to bring into the house 100 calories or less snacks in your house. I still want to stay in my calorie deficit, so I make sure again to leave 200 calories to snack on food. Anyway, I'm going to show you what snacks I got today. I got a lot. There's Snack Jacks, and there's only 91 calories per pack. For snacks, just snacks, I only look at the calories. Sour cream and chive. Gives you really bad breath, but it tastes real good. These ones are 126 calories per serving. Ooh, that extra 26. Ta-da! I've never gotten these before. I'm gonna try them. Oh, so these actually don't come in separate packs. You can actually weigh them out. So let's try one. It tastes like the popcorn I got in America one time. It's like caramel popcorn. Ooh, that's dangerous. This is why I'm going to be leaving them in the room with my mom, because she will stop me from going and eating this entire pack. Next is a go-to for a lot of people. It's 80 calories per rice cake. I love chocolate, so I can have one of these at nighttime with a cup of tea, and that would pretty much satisfy my nighttime chocolate craving. Yeah, I love these. These are so good. Lemon drizzle is my favorite. This is what they show you. That's how big it actually is. With these, what I would recommend is try eat them very slowly, kind of pick at them, because you will eat them really quickly otherwise and end up going back for more. These in the room with my mom, and she 100% wouldn't let me go back for a second one. She might go for a second one herself, but I definitely won't be allowed. Actually, I haven't tried the salted caramel. I'm excited to try that one. Who remembers having these in school? I always had them in primary school, but it was like a luxury item. Like if we were going on a school trip to the zoo, we would get a lunch pack. We would get the big ones though. Do you know the ones with like the ham slices and the little cheese slices? These ones are just the original dip and stick. For one of these, it's 101 calories. We'll just get over that 1 calorie, okay? There you go. Triggered a happy memory for all of you. Laughing cow. Who remembers the ads? She was a creepy lady. Anyway, next one I have is soup. Sometimes I make soup myself and I'll have that instead. Most of the time I'm pretty lazy and I won't make soup. These are my alternatives. Get yourself some low calorie snacks. If you can handle them, if you can't, then don't have them in the house. But if you struggle with having snacks in the house, another thing you could do is actually have a little protein snack. Protein is actually a brilliant way of filling yourself up for longer. Carbs are not the worst if you're measuring them, but if you actually measure your pasta, for a tiny handful of pasta, you could be looking at like 500 calories. Whereas protein, you can have a lot more for a lot less calories. I get chicken breasts, I coat them in a seasoning that I love, and then I put them in the air fryer, and then when I take it out, I chop up that chicken into chunks, and then I put them into a lunchbox. It's actually really nice, they taste really good, and it's a really nice savory snack. Another thing you could do, so let's say if you had 200 calories left, you could get your chicken soup, melt the chicken, and you could put it into your soup to make it more filling, and you probably hit your 200 calories then for the night. Mood and food journal. I don't have an actual journal yet, so I'm literally just using a piece of paper. I rough sketched one here for you. So what time did you eat at? Where were you when you ate the food? What did you eat? How much did you eat? Your mood before eating the food, your mood after eating the food, but the most important one, which is this one, your mood 30 minutes after eating the food. When you're able to recognize your feelings, come to terms with why you're eating those foods, it will be a lot easier to manage them in the future. I think it will really help me. I've never done it before, so I really hope it does go good, but I'll let you know maybe next week how that goes. If you've done a mood or food journal before, I'd love to hear from you and what you thought of it. Another way to combat those cravings is to actually just do a workout. It's not the thing that a lot of people like to hear, but when you're working out, you're actually creating that happiness that you get from eating food, longer lasting, and it's healthier for you. Go for a walk or go for a run, dance exercises. I have these things, I don't know what they're called, and I have another one I hold like this for doing squats. I'll do that if I'm really hungry. A lot of people don't like to hear this one because a lot of people don't like to work out, and I am one of those lots of people. I hate working.
Do it! Just do it!
But I have realized that when I do a workout, just doing a quick 15-minute workout, you get more happiness from doing that workout versus eating that food. And then you feel better because you feel accomplished. Continuous happy feeling, even though you have aches and pains in your body, you still feel like you've accomplished something and you're proud of yourself. De-stress. A lot of people think de-stressing means getting in a bubble bath, putting on a hair mask, face mask, having a glass of bubbly and chocolate strawberries and reading a book and
bubble bath.
yeah, that's a great way to de-stress. You feel good in those moments, but you haven't actually tackled the main issues. De-stressing for me isn't just about doing something to treat myself, it's about actually working on my mental health, which in the long run will stop me from being stressed all the time. First thing you could do is talk to someone, whether it's a professional, a family member, a friend, your dog. Just talk about your emotions and it will help you feel better and figure out why you're feeling that way. Another way to de-stress is to actually work on your physical health as well. So I like to do yoga before I go to bed. Yoga and stretching isn't just a way to get flexible, it's actually a way to work on your mental health as well. I've started doing it before I go to bed and it does definitely keep me out of the kitchen, but also helps me to sleep at night. One thing I've actually started to do a lot recently is breathing exercises. I do this thing, it's called the Wim Hof movement. You can download an app for it because the breathing exercise actually help to increase or boost your immune system. I find when I do these breathing exercises before I go to bed, I'm very just like nearly like an outer body experience. You're just so relaxed. And I find I'm going to sleep a lot quicker because of it. Creating a routine. When you have a routine, you're going to be way too busy to eat constantly throughout the day. You're running back and forth, trying to accomplish all the tasks that you've set for yourself before you can sit down for each of your meals. And by the time you finally sit down to eat that meal, you're going to be really hungry because you've worked up an appetite. Yeah, you earned that meal. You did all of your activities for the day and now you can finally sit down to eat. Whereas if you were eating throughout the day because of boredom and then you go sit down for, let's say, lunch or dinner or breakfast or whatever, and then you go to eat that big meal, you're not as hungry and the food you're eating, you still eat it, it's not as satisfying and you don't feel like you earned that meal, and most of the time you'll end up feeling guilty afterwards, which I've said a lot, but I don't know, that's just how I feel. And I know I said this before, but it's really important to maybe get a hobby, start doing something that is going to keep your mind occupied throughout the day. And again, it doesn't have to be one thing, it can be a few things. I love to hear back from you guys again. Let me know in the comments, what do you do to beat those cravings throughout the week? Next week, I'm going to be giving you guys some low-calorie drink ideas on top of some low-calorie cocktail ideas. My brother is actually a bartender, so I'm going to get some advice from him on that one. And he might even, well, if he's not camera shy, he might even show us how to make some. I'll also be looking at how to beat Hangover Hanger. And yes, I did say hanger because let's be real, when you're hungover, you're hangry. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, guys, so you can find out what cocktails are not going to break your calorie bank and what foods you can eat that are also going to be yummy and delicious but not high in calories. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye.